Hello everyone, welcome to another session with me, and hope the videos are inspiring you enough, are making you explore more of Mooka. Yeah, so this is a flashcard that I drew yesterday, right? And it says inspire, and I hope to inspire you all, right? So today we will be exploring a little more of Mooka, right? So explore is the Bijouism for the day. And you can see I have done some groundwork on this flashcard. So I have done some line work, so some straight lines, some slanting lines, right? This is because today we will be exploring Mooka borders, right? So we will try arrange Mooka in different ways and make different borders out of it, right? So that's why today it's about exploring. Yeah, so let's get started right away. So I'm going to use my O1 and then pick up any one section and explore different ways of using Mooka to create borders. Yeah, so let us start with a simple one here. I'm going to draw Mooka like this, and then going to add another shape like this under it, right? The next thing I'm going to do is add lines in here like this. Yeah, so simple, just redoing the line. I'd probably use my PN here, yeah, because that would be more visible to you, I think. So I'll just switch to my PN. Yeah, so again the same shape, Mooka, and another shape below it. Again same shape, another shape below it. Yeah, so there are so many ways you can play around with Mooka. This is one of the ways. Try different borders. Yeah, now add auras here. You can also ink that part, will look nice. So simple way to add some Zen to Mooka, to use Mooka as a border, filling in the small little space left under. Yeah, and then you can just add some nice small petal kind of shape in the rest of the section, like this. Not exactly flux because I am keeping it pretty thin. Yeah. Yeah, and that's it. If you want, you can ink in these small little spaces which are left. It will add to the look of the tangle. Probably pick up O1 again. So next, we haven't really used Mooka sprouts much till now. Yeah. Yesterday I used Mooka in two different ways. The tile that I showed to you, the flashcard, you can see Mooka arranged like a flower here, right? This is again a Mooka border. Basically, this arrangement is also called flux, Maria's version of flux of Mooka. Yeah. And I used a lot of Mooka sprouts inside. You can see these are basically Mooka sprouts, and how delicate and beautiful do they look like as a filler also, right? So that's again Mooka sprouts. This is flux and this is Mooka like a flower, right? So these are again different uses of Mooka. Today we are exploring Mooka borders, yeah. So that's one. Now let us try something else. Now probably we will draw Mooka in heart shape now, something like this, right? So I am starting a second one and I am going to arrange Mooka like heart, right? Again, you can always draw behind. So go slow, and objective is to maintain the heart shape, right? So you can see how the same Mooka arranged in a different fashion can create such beautiful spaces, shapes. Yeah. And then I'll just add some small 3 petals inside. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So spaces are small, go slow, take your time, relax and enjoy, right? So this space I'm going to simply ink it. If you want, you can do something else with that space also, but I guess it is too small. So it's better to ink it, and it will add to the look of the pattern also. Yeah. So the top space is filled. Now the bottom space is a little bigger. So it is up to you what do you want to add here, right? So you can add a moon and then auras, or you can add a fragment like this. Entirely up to you. What do you want to add? Yeah. So I just feel like adding this fragment here, so I am going with that. If you want, you can add some moon, crescent moon and auras. You can add any other pattern of your choice. Just play around, have fun, explore. That is what I am also doing here. Yeah. Right. So this one I'm going to leave it here. Right. So let's use some Mooka sprouts next. Right. So this would be a simple one. I'm just going to draw Mooka sprouts, 3 of them facing each other. Yeah. So again, the other side, 1, 2, and 3. Right. Again, 1, 2, and 3. Right. So the small little space you can ink. Again, other side, 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3. Right. So it's real fun to play with Mooka sprouts. Under each other. Right. Right, so done with drawing my sprouts, and now these small little spaces, again up to you. You can always ink it. Some bit of inking always adds to the look. Like this. Yeah. So that's one more. Let us now arrange Mooka sprouts in a slightly different fashion. Probably up and down, right? So I'm going to probably use, this will be easier. So I'm going to draw one from here and then another one from the other side. Yeah. Like this. Again, draw one like this and another one like this. Yeah. Again, one like this, another one like this. Again, one like this, another one like this. Yeah, that's one more possible arrangement. Just add some weight. To the pod heads. Right. we have done drawing the sprouts, I'm just going to enclose this inner space like this, right? Keep it simple, just add lines inside, nothing else, right? So I'm just playing with different arrangements of Mooka here and trying to see if they look nice as borders. Yeah, that's the only thing. Exploring, having fun, and then just add some lines inside. Yeah, that's about it. I'm not going to add anything else. And keep it like this only. Yeah. So let's try something else now. Probably we will try out melting Mooka also, right? So what happens if we draw melting Mooka like a border? Let's see. So I'm going to start here like this and then round it and then come down, add another one and then round it, right? Again come here, come from the other side, round it, and then the opposite side, come down, and alright. Again come like this, come down, alright. Again come from the opposite side, come down, alright. Again fescue, aura, opposite side, come down, fescue and aura, right? So I think this arrangement of melting Mooka is also looking pretty nice, and we'll see if we want to add something else, right? Let us first draw it in this fashion only. So one is facing to the left, the other is facing right, and I'm auraing both, right? And they are kind of touching each other so that we create some closed spaces. Yeah. So I think, yeah, a hidden one here. So now we have two kind of spaces here. Up to us, what do we want to do with it? So we can either just simply aurite and leave it like that, or we can ink it, or we can add some pattern inside it, right? So it is entirely up to us how do we want to go about it. So this section probably we can add some straight lines in the opposite direction. I think it will look nice, but you can always add tipple, you can keep it the way it is, you can ink it, whichever way you like it. Yeah, so probably this portion I am going to ink, so that again some amount of inking will add to the look of the tangle. Again add lines and ink this section, ink this section. Yeah. can also break the lines, add highlight. So finished with that inking and lines, right? Now let us use Mooka the way it is, right? But without pots, and create one more border simply by using Mooka the way it is. Yeah. So I'm just going to draw these Mookas but without pot heads, and these are the infurled ones. Yeah. So Mooka is a one stroke tangle. You generally don't lift your hand when you draw it, yeah, unless it is a really big one, or you are drawing the unfurled one where the lines have to cross each other. Otherwise, you can see by now, you must have noticed that I don't lift my hand once I start with it. Yeah, so it's also called a one stroke tangle because you don't really have to lift your hand, and you can just complete the cycle without lifting your pen. Yeah. So that's another simple way of using it as a border, right? So now we have two spaces here. The upper space, I'm going to comfortably ink it. You can insert an orb also. There is space to insert orbs. So just let your imagination flow. Don't think much. Try arranging it in different ways. Rotate your tile, rotate the tangle if you have drawn it, and see the possibilities, right? So what can we draw here? Probably I'll just add some auras like this. Yeah, so I am simply adding auras. So amazing, no? Auras can do such magic. You don't have to think anything. If you can't think of anything, just add auras, and you will be surprised to see what beautiful lines look like. Yeah, yeah, that's about it, right? So you can add a bubble here if you want. This is just like a droplet shape that I'm adding to this space to give it a more fuller look. Yeah, so now let us try something else. So I showed you Mooka flowers, right? So right now we will draw half of those. Okay, so we will just draw Mooka flowers in a semicircle. If you find it difficult to draw it this way, you can always draw these semicircles for your reference and then accommodate it inside. That's perfectly fine. Yeah, so I'm going to just use this semicircle as a reference and draw these half Mooka flowers. Use them as a border like this. Yeah, and you have this nice beautiful space. In fact, it would be a good idea to ink this semicircle. So you can fill up the space and you can use the other side for some other tangle. Yeah. So this is something that has just come up, right? So we are not planning anything here. So I just drew those semicircles for reference, but I think if I draw it this way, it will look better. So I have inked the semicircle, and now I'm going to just ink these small little V shapes in between. And then we have this shape on the other side, which will also be fun to deal. And then simple auras here, nothing else. Right, so basically arranging it something like angel fish. If you are aware of the tangle, it is a cadent tangulation, and we generally draw it in this fashion. So look at that, it looks so pretty. Yeah. Again, starting from the center here, going about in the same fashion. The only thing I'm ensuring here is that the mookas are touching each other, right? So that I have close spaces there to add auras. That's the only consideration, right? Again, same thing in these spaces. So you can imagine, if you know just about 20-25 tangles, how many things can you create out of it? Yeah. Last 5 days we are drawing only mookas. So it's not important how many tangles you know, just that make them your own and explore, try out new things, enjoy whatever you know. That's sufficient. Yeah. Again, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one, sixth one. Again, add the auras. So done with this part. So I'm going to rotate my card now and just add some lines the way we add in hybrid. You can also draw the pattern betweed. This is a nice space for adding betweed. I'm just adding hybrid here. Yeah. So you can always try putting the pattern betweed here. So it is basically the kind of space that I have gives me at least some idea about the kind of tangle that I want to put in there, right? So that's how I think, at least at most of the times. Yeah. So that's our another Mooka border. Let's now move on to another Mooka. So in this one, probably we will. So there is again a very nice fragment which uses Mooka. I'm just going to divide this section into some squares, right? I don't know the exact specification of the fragment, but I have seen Mooka drawn like this in the fragment, and I really love it, the way it is drawn. Yeah, crossing each other. Something like this. So Rick and Maria have given a lot of fragments also using Mooka. So you might want to explore that part also, right? So I'm just going to add something like this. right? And then just shade or add lines like this. Yeah, so just going to redo this Mooka, add a little boldness so that it stands out. Yeah, so now it is up to us. How do we want to take it further? If we want to add something else, we don't want to, let us leave it here right now and we'll see if we want to add something else. So I'll also show you this one, this Mooka version of Mooka, which I have drawn here in a small section here. So it was like drawing these connected Mookas on both sides like this. Yeah, so Maria draws her flux like this. So she arranges her Mooka in this fashion. Yeah, that's another very nice way to use Mooka. Nice vine or creeper also, and you can comfortably use it as a border. Yeah, to ink in the small little spaces here. Yeah, so you can also ink this space, or you can add orbs, or you can leave it as it is. In this one I have added orbs here, right? So we'll see if we want to add something. Spaces are small, you can ink it also. So let's now use the 3D version of Mooka a little. So I'm again drawing the same shape and now going to add these curls from below like this, and also add the same above, right? So this one will be complete. So let me show you again. Add these curls from below and then the same thing above also like this. Yeah, so that's one more way to use your Mooka. Right, you can also add some orbs in one of the folds. like this. And edge marks are always welcome. There is no end to how much you can embellish. Yeah. So this part I'm just going to add Mooka like this. A little different look. Again, just about how you arrange it, right? That's about it. You can comfortably ink this space. The small little spaces in between. Right? And then just add some orbs. So this is another arrangement, possible arrangement for Mooka. Similar to the flux that we drew. But when you draw it this way as a border, it looks a little more different. Right? And then we are finally left with these two little sections. Let's just draw the way we generally do our classic Mooka. Just like the pattern elegant. Not much space here, so I just filled it up the way we generally draw our Mooka till date with flux. Yeah. And we are done. Some flux here also. This Mooka is very often used to fill up as a border, as a filler. It's multi-purpose and it always looks nice. Yeah. Yeah, so we are done now. So let us move on to shading the borders. So let us start from here only. So I'll just add graphite. So I'm going to stick to the classic border shading, that is adding shade to both sides. We'll see if we want to deviate from that. Right? You can choose to shade one side of this Mooka. So let's do that and we'll see if we want to. Yeah, again I'll shade both sides here. So just don't blend too much, make sure the center is white because that's what highlights your border. This one probably I will add on the pods a little and then add on one side of this section. Let's see. So sometimes the tangle doesn't look that good to you, doesn't look that appealing to you, but once you shade it, you are surprised yourself, right? So don't decide on anything unless you shade it. Moreover, everything looks nice in Zentangle. Nothing looks good or bad. It's your own creation. Be proud of it. Yeah. Yeah, nothing else required there because, or you can just touch grays. Right, this one is ideal for shading on both sides, or probably only one side because the top is already black. So just some shade on the bottom is fine. So I thought I'll shade all of them the same way, but you can see depending on how you have arranged it, it can vary. And some a touch on the pods. I'm just adding a dot. Spaces are small. You may don't not even do that because you already have lot on your tortillon, so that would be sufficient. Just touch. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, so moving on to this one. So here we can add graphite here from where lines are emerging. And we can also add some on the pods because they are big enough. Yeah, the next one, I'm sorry, again you can add some here. And a touch on the heads. Yeah, so don't add too much, you don't want the entire thing gray. Blend only that much which is sufficient. Don't blend too much. As I keep saying, whites and grays both should be visible. Only then there is a point in shading, otherwise it is all gray. Again blend. Yeah, again on the heads here. Yeah, I think we are done. Just going to add some on both sides of explore. pull it towards the center. That it looks like a ribbon. Just darken the edges. Yeah, that's about it. We are done. Now if you want, you can add some chalk, right? So it is entirely up to you. You can highlight places where you have not added graphite. Here I don't think, probably the other side of this section. Again in the center. Again in the center. Here I don't think I will add any. In the center. Again I don't think I'll add any. You can add some in the center. Not too much. Yeah, I think we are done. Don't need to add anything else. If you want, you can embellish or explore a little bit more. So I'm not good at it, but I'll try. Yeah. So we'll just add some more blacks. Yeah, that's it. So that's our session for today, right? I'll show you one more little thing today. So one frilled version of Mooka, I'm sorry, which Maria had come up with. So you can always use that. I'll just show you how to draw it. So you can always draw your Mooka like this, the way we draw in Mooka sprouts. Right? And then add this nice frill under it. Right? So how do we do that? Then we'll just connect these. It's just like a ribbon under your Mooka. And then connect these like this. Yeah? Again, you can go from here. Add a nice Mooka. Again, go back. Add one more. And then just add this nice frill. And then first bring down lines from here, slanting lines, and then from here, right? And you can connect your two Mookas with a flux and you form a heart, right? So what do we write inside? Relax and enjoy. Right? So that's one more way to draw your Mookas. So this was just an idea and you can take it further. I'm going to wrap up my session on Mooka today. and Mooka and Bijouism flashcards, right? So these are the flashcards that we have drawn during our session. Hope you enjoyed it, and I love to see your work, right? So we did this, this one I didn't draw in front of you, but I did draw it as for a teaser. We did this version, we also did this, right? And I think we did, yeah, that's about it. So see you again with another new Zentangle original pattern, right? And I'll keep coming up with these series, right? And hope you're enjoying, and keep tangling. Stay safe. Bye bye.